morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Upper Michigan. Today, I got my guy Double N, Noel Navarro, subbing in. Noel, thank you so much for joining me this morning. How you feeling, man?
Well, you know, first early bird gets the worm, and I finally got the worm this morning, John. Just to have this time with you is awesome. So filling in for Tia, I'm excited about it. We just met with our guests here for the day, and everything's set, and I did have like a couple energy drinks, so I'm starting to rev up in there as if I needed it, because I'm really just, man, I'm pumped to be here, so thanks for having me.
You know, of course, Noel, you know, your presence here means a lot because you fit right into today's chat, you know? So today, we have a lot of things in store, everybody. So, you know, moving on to what you guys need to know about today. So we have the Ravenwood Gardens coming in, and the owners, Luann and Craig Bates, they're here with us in studio, and they're gonna be talking about what they do, you know, in the community to support veterans around. And of course, their upcoming event happening on October 11th. It's gonna be a great event, something to really support veterans, let people know that there's somewhere that you can go if you are dealing with anything, any type of crisis, things like that. And then of course, you know, the recent UP honor flight, Mission 27, you know, we have a veteran coming in from them, and of course our own Brady Meyer will be coming in for a guest as well. He's going to be talking about his experience and, you know, what he saw as well. And we have the president of the UP honor flight joining us as well to talk about anything that you guys may need to know. If there are any veterans out there who didn't get on this last flight, how can you get on the next flight? So a lot of things in store for today. So a really jam-packed episode about how, you know, community support matters, Noel. You know, it's a lot of things that people go through that people may not know about, you know? And, you know, as a vet yourself, a lot of people may not know that, you know? Is there like anything, you know, anything from your experience that you can share with us, share with the people?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that if anyone was thinking about joining the service, I would never hesitate to be like, oh, you could give it a shot. You know, it's for me, it's foundation of my life. My dad's he's an Air Force retired, you know, and then I followed after him. I was actually going to go to the Navy, but it didn't work out with the paperwork. But it worked out for a reason, because what did I do in the Air Force? Guess what I did?
Oh, that's a great question. Did you fly?
I didn't fly.
You didn't fly?
Unfortunately, I didn't fly. I supported them, though.
Is it anything tech-worthy?
Yeah.
Tech? So...
deals with, you know, satellites
radar,
and stuff,
and
radio, fronts, highs, lows.
So you told the weather.
That's it. That's where it started. So that was how I got my in with my love for weather, meteorology.
Wow.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah. So, you know, it's we got Scott Knopf here, and if he needs his flight weather briefings, I was doing that on air, you know, every time we'd had our missions out to DC. But yeah, no, weather was where it started. But, you know, as a veteran, you know, I did 4 years active duty, John, and that's, to me, I mean, that's service to service, but you got to think about the ones that went out to war. So, you know, you got a lot of those, and everyone comes back, and everyone comes back different. Yeah. And that's just the way it's going to be. And you need to do a pulse check every time. And thankfully, we're in a region of the country where it's a big deal. VA service is top notch here, and community gatherings are they're immense. I mean, we're gonna get that taste today, right? Yeah. So that's very important, because you got to check in. There's always these feelings that some of us will never understand because we haven't gone to war. Yeah. You know. Yeah,
and it's a lot of people haven't gone to war, and, you know, a lot of people will probably never ever go to war. You know, it's a lot of things that people never experience, which is a good thing. You know, not going to war. So you know, but like you said, Noel, not everybody comes back the same. So everything is different. You know, and with, you know, September being Suicide, you know, Awareness Month, you know, it's really important that we do highlight the different ways and the different organizations that are here in the Upper Peninsula that you know, people can go to. Is there, you know, in your time in the Air Force, you know, is there any lifestyle, daily things that you've done that you used to do that you may not do anymore, or that you still keep up with?
There's a couple of things I still do. My PT is what I usually do. I kind of rev it up a little more than how I did, because I just, you know, I don't want to look like ET anymore. So anyway, here's one thing. It's one of my alarms, and you know what? I still have it to this day.
Play it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play it. I'm looking at the crew back there. Okay. Yep. Still happens. It's like yesterday. It's like yesterday when you were in basic training.
Yeah.
And you thought you were gonna get yourself maybe 2 hours of sleep on that first day.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Training instructor comes in, that music comes blaring, and you got to get ready. And it's time to eat, and it's time to do some work.
Ooh, what time did you have to get up?
Oh, the first night was probably, it had to be like 3 a.m. or something.
Oh,
You
so
know-
basically what I do on a daily basis, yeah.
Well, let's see. Y'all was prepped up for it. John, you still got time. If
Yeah.
You want to. But-
You know, when I was in Iowa, I was doing a story about the National Guard out there, and I can't remember exactly what I was there for, but I was there, and you know, I'm a little stocky, you know, so a little built, so he was like, after the interview, he was like, yeah, you know, have you ever considered like joining? And I'm like, oh. No, I was like, oh no, you know, I never considered it because, you know, I just, you know, I feel like I got too much going on with, you know, trying to find my career path. And
Yeah.
he was like, oh, well, he's like, yeah, I'm assuming you went to college, right, to get this job. I'm like, yeah, you know, stuff like that. And he was like, well, I know that with college comes, you know, student loans, and if you were to join, you pay off your student loans and you can get compensated and, you know, all the other stuff. And I'm like, oh. Man, you kind of piqued my interest a little bit, you know. You may have gotten me right there, but
Nice opportunity.
Yeah. He gave me some paperwork and stuff, but I just never filled it out. But anytime I see somebody who has served, no matter if you went to war or if you know worked satellite or you know if you. Doctor, you know, whatever, you know. It's always great to know that there are people who are willing to sacrifice, you know.
Sacrifice.
So, you know, and that's a big word that, you know, people may not really know about. And, you know, speaking of, you know, different organizations that are around the UP, I made a little list of different organizations around the Upper Peninsula. I know most people may know about SAIL. You know, SAIL has their, you know, veterans, you know, organization, and it's, you know, to help with vets with disabilities. You have the Upper Peninsula Veterans Community Action Team. You know, that's a coalition focused on connecting vets with their families. You have the Escanaba Vet Center that provides counseling. You have the 906 Warrior Relief Fund that helps active duty guards and reserve and veterans in a crisis. And lastly, the one that I was able to find was the UP Area Agency on Aging, Veterans, and Caregiver Support. So those are some organizations out here that, you know, help out with veterans and things like that. So wanted to leave off on that note because in our next segment, we're going to be bringing in another organization that helps out with veterans around the Upper Peninsula, and that's the Ravenwood Gardens. So we have them in studio, and they're coming up next to talk about what they have to offer in their upcoming event that you can attend to. So we'll be back in 3 minutes, everybody. Stay with us.